Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Breaking News here at the Esteban Hour. Thank you for joining us. Uh, Breaking news today: a deep sea submarine carrying 5 people on a voyage of the century old wreckage, I believe, for the Titanic, um,
Yep.
has been found in pieces and what's thought to be a catastrophic implosion. Um, we wanted to bring it to your attention today. My co host, Mr. Jeremy Baker, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm happy we're going to start doing these 10-minute quick takes together.
Yeah, I think it's very important. There are some that need to be highlighted or pointed out because of its devastation, such as these, such as
Hmm.
this, and then there are others that are just so important that it needs to be discussed immediately, right away.
Absolutely. I agree. This is definitely one of them. I mean, the amount of uh, immediate attention this has gotten compared to other stories, though, I think other stories have gone by the wayside that are just as important or more important than this one. But because of the people that were involved and they were well known, that the media obviously grabbed right onto this. I mean, there was a ship full of up to 700 migrants that sank around that same area, not the same area, but in the same vicinity.
Mhm.
And you barely heard anything about that, but 5 people, 5 rich people get into a sub and it implodes. And now that's all we hear about. So
Let's play. Go ahead.
no, I'm good. That's all I want to say about that one. Before I
Let's
get my,
let's play the press conference really quick.
okay, this Coast Guard video here.
This morning, an ROV or remote operated vehicle from the vessel Horizon Arctic discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic on the seafloor. The ROV subsequently found additional debris. In consultation with experts from within the Unified Command, the debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber.
Yeah. So, from what I've been hearing, experts have been saying that most likely the implosion happened the moment they lost contact with the vessel.
Right,
And that was the cause of the loss of
which is the
contact, not that
cause
they were
of
floating around and then
right.
it just happened. So,
And
but
I presume you know moving forward in the future there will be extensive investigation as to find the cause of this implosion.
yeah, I think it's going to be hard to. I know people are, I mean, let's be honest, people are talking about possible finding remains. This was an implosion. It's like a reverse explosion,
Right.
and the entire vessel immediately caved in. One of the experts said it's like getting killed. It's even faster than being killed by a bullet to the head. That's how fast this happens. Those people are not. They're just. I mean, they're floating around the ocean. They're not going to find any bodies. I mean, I'll be honest about it. I understand they want to speculate the chances, but I mean, let's be realistic. That kind of event 2 miles beneath the on the ocean floor, 2 miles down,
Well,
you're not.
here are the names of the 5 individuals that sadly lost their lives, and this is info that was given by Ocean Gate themselves as they gave this statement to CBS News. CEO Stockton Rush, Shahzada Dawood, and his son Suman Dawood, Hernish Harding, and Paul Henry Nardialet all have sadly lost their lives. So first, I'd like to send our condolences from the Esteban Hour to all of the family members of these 5 individuals, um, and just I can you can only imagine what those folks in that submarine. Um, I can't even you can't even say what they were feeling, right? Because as you mentioned, this is something that probably happened in the twinkling of an eye. faster.
They may not even. I mean, I hate to say this, but if you had the chance of being stuck 2 miles below the sea and suffocating to death and running out of oxygen, or being killed in an instant, honestly, it was probably the better way for them to go, other than being rescued. Obviously, would be
Right.
the best case scenario, but they didn't suffer.
And gasping
Well,
for air because you can't breathe. It was in the news cycles in the last couple of days that possibly might have become the case, to
mhm.
where eventually they were breathing in carbon dioxide.
Well, yeah, in a small situation, everyone in a small vessel like that, they breathe out carbon dioxide. And if there's not enough oxygen going in, they could have easily passed out from carbon dioxide poisoning. But chances are that vessel just literally just in a blink, like you said, in a blink of an eye, was just gone. But real quick, before we go any further, because I see we're already 7 minutes in on our 10-minute video, I'm going to play a video. This is they're interviewing a man named William Conan. He's the owner of Hydrospace Group. He's
Right.
a submersible expert, and he also tests parts for not only other subs, but the space station as well. So this guy's a legit expert. And here was his view on the whole
Let's do
scenario
it.
here.
A National Submarine Committee of Experts. He says he met the CEO of OceanGate and had concerns years ago about the submersible called the Titan that went missing in the North Atlantic Sunday. Conan believes the company has ignored the industry's rules and regulations.
There are today 10 submarines in the world that can go 4,000 meters or deeper. The Titan is one of them. All of them are certified, which means they've been peer reviewed and inspected. Titan is not.
I think that clip's extremely important, because basically what he's saying is there's only 10 of these that can go that deep. It's
Right.
not like they're all over the market and they're hard to be inspected or get somebody to inspect them. They didn't do a peer review by other experts on submersibles. They apparently may have ignored some safety procedures. And there was actually another gentleman, a billionaire by the name of Chris Brown, not the singer, but another billionaire, who pulled out actually at the last minute, and that's not a reference to Chris Brown either. Sorry, he pulled out of the whole scenario because he had safety concerns, and it sounds to me like, as sad as this is and as unfortunate as this is, it could have been prevented by the sounds of it.
A lot of things could have been prevented in many different circumstances.
Mm-hmm. This
Let's
is the
give it.
same thing as like billionaires or millionaires paying to go to see the top of Everest
Yeah.
and dying at the top of Everest. I mean, this is what rich people do. They
Let's
do what most people can't do.
let's give a couple of statistics here. What is the longest submarine that has stayed submerged in water? And the answer to that question is 111 days is the longest time period that a submarine has been immersed in water. What happens to the human body when a submarine implodes? The pressure can cause an air-filled spaces within the body to collapse, while rapid pressure changes can lead to decompression sickness. I mean, it's crazy. There are also risks of nitrogen narcosis, oxygen toxicity, toxic,
Toxicity. That's on that one too, man.
and
That's a tongue twister.
hypothermia. I mean, every one of these words is just fearful. It's frightening. But
It is, and I don't. I mean, people like this have to assume that death is definitely on the doorstep of doing this. I mean,
I don't know. These are adventures that people like to do. These are intellectual outings, if you will, that many like to engage in, especially those that are more fortunate than others and have the means to be able to do things like this. I
mhm.
mean, we could easily say there's no way in hell that we would do something like this, but it's not so easy to say that because money talks, and so the more money you
Well,
have, the more you would be interested in getting involved in.
they paid 250 G's a seat to get on that thing. $250,000.
That's nothing compared to what people are paying SpaceX to go into space.
Yeah, that's another dumb one. I don't get that either. I mean, you're going. I mean, that sounds cool. I mean, maybe I would do it if I was a billionaire. I don't know. I've never been in that position before. I'm
Look,
happy to just go on a regular vacation.
I was just about to say to each their own, but I'm happy keeping both my feet on the ground. And if I happen to be in water, it's just for a couple of hours or
Right,
minutes.
right, yeah.
And there's no way in hell that you're getting me to go past 10 feet up.
No, you couldn't pay me $250,000 to get in that coffin. I mean, I'm sorry. If all five of them gave me their 250, so if I had $1.25 million, I would stand right there and go, no, nope. But
Right.
that's just me. But these people are used to these type of, they go on, Everest expeditions and stuff like that. That's what they do.
Again, it's
This isn't,
adventurous. These
yeah.
are these are kind of like people's bucket lists, right?
Hmm. It is. But I wonder, because I know the one gentleman pulled out his safety concerns, I wonder if the other people that went were aware of the safety concerns before they got on got in the vessel, is what I'm worried about.
It will come out eventually. You
That
never
could be
know.
interesting. That'll
No,
be another episode.
that'll be another episode. Well,
So
look,
it is sad, but
it is very sad. We were all hoping for the best,
mhm.
even though many feared the worst. And again, a situation that, until we find out more through investigations, we can't push blame or say what we would have or could have done, because we just don't know. And all we do at the moment is just hold our arms out to the families and mourn together to the lives of these innocent people. And that's all we can do.
That is all we can do.
Thank you, Jeremy. We will stay tuned with whatever upcoming breaking news will come out in regards to this topic. And here at the Esteban Hour, we will keep you posted.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
Don't forget
We
to.
always forget to mention that, so I got to get used to saying that.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I always forget to mention that part.
Until the next time, everyone, have a good evening.